Hey everyone, let's get into this week's song tutorial, which is Yellow by Coldplay. So let's get straight into it. The intro is guitar only, so as a drummer we're not doing anything for 4 bars. Once the intro is over, we come in with a nice simple groove with loose hi-hats. So you want to have that looseness to your hi-hats. Make sure you have that sound, not too tight. And this is the intro groove. So a nice simple but powerful groove for the intro. Now what makes this song really good for beginners is that throughout the song they play 3 different grooves, and all 3 are really common grooves that you find in a lot of songs. So it's a great song to practice all 3 of those grooves. So we play that intro groove for 8 bars and then we move into the verse. And all we're doing for the verse groove is adding a bass drum on the and of 1 so that it matches what's going on in the second half of the bar. So it sounds like this. And the only other thing we're adding for the verse groove is a hi-hat lift at the end of every second bar. So we'll be playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Now if you're not up to adding in the hi-hat lift, then just leave it out and stick with the basic groove and it'll sound perfectly fine. Now after the verse, we move into the chorus, but we don't move in there directly. We need to play 2 transition bars where he's keeping the same groove, but he's loosening off the hi-hats, like he did in the intro, but the groove stays the same. So we've still got the 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So the 2-bar transition sounds like this. And that transition from the verse to the chorus comes after the lyric, and it was all yellow, and then you go transition 2 bars and then we go into the chorus. Now the chorus groove is different again, but it's still very simple, and we're going to play on the ride cymbal just to open up the groove a bit. Here's how it sounds. Now in this first chorus, we play 6 bars of our groove, and then we have 2 bars where we don't play anything. So as the drummer, we rest, the guitarist does their thing for 2 bars, and then we go back to our intro groove. Those 2 bars don't start with a mute, so you don't need to catch your cymbal. You can let your cymbals ring out, wait your 2 bars, and then we go back into our intro groove. So we play our intro groove for 8 bars, exactly as we did at the beginning of the song, and then we move into our verse groove. And we play that, and again, the trigger you're looking for is that, and it was all yellow, and then we come into our transition bars. So the same 2 bars we played before the first chorus. Where all we were doing is loosening off the hi-hats, and then we go back into another chorus. Now the second chorus is exactly the same as the first chorus. So we have 6 bars of our drum groove. So we play that 6 times, and then we have our 2-bar rest, just as we had before, where the guitarist is doing his thing for 2 bars, and then we come back in with our intro groove. But let's call it the outro groove because this is the groove now that we're going to get to the end of the song with. And the groove is the same. Now from the moment we start the outro groove, we have 20 full bars to play, and then the drums finish on the 1, with a bass drum and a crash. Let it ring out, and that's where we finish. The guitar and the vocals continues on for a bit, but for the drums, that's where it ends. Now, if you want to, after 8 bars of our outro groove, which is what we played earlier in the song changes feel and a tambourine comes in. Now, if you don't have a tambourine on your drum kit, a viable alternative is going to 16th notes on the hi-hat. So I'll show you what that change would look like. So if you want to, perfectly fine just to keep that 8th note groove going for all 20 bars. But if you like the sound and the feel of it, then go to 16ths after 8 bars, and we have 12 bars from there until we get to our finish. And again, the finish is just a symbol on the 1. And that is how you play Yellow by Coldplay. Super simple song, a really, really good one for beginners. It's one I always recommend just because it does change those grooves up. A lot of beginner songs just have the same groove pattern going all the way through. So this is a really good one for practicing not only playing those 3 different groove patterns, but remembering what's coming when. So have a go at it yourself, have fun, and remember to let me know if you've got any song requests that you want to see for future tutorials. And I'll see you on the next one.